When you're working with VMware Workstation 8, you're going to need to get help from time to time. Now, I can hear some of you right now yelling, hey, wait a minute, you're not really going to teach me how to use help. No, I'm not. I'm going to show you a gotcha with help that's kind of unique to VMware Workstation. And notice down here on the main menu, I can get help right here. And if I click that, notice what it did. It opened up a local file. So they've got some HTML files out there that are running, but notice this little JS JavaScript portion here. And let me close that and show you. I got to help that way that time by clicking right here on help on the main menu. It's the very same thing as clicking help here and choosing help topics or the F1. Okay, so what's the big deal? Why am I showing you all this? You could have probably figured that out, right? Notice here, by the way, while I've already gotten to this point, you can click the index tab and see it by letter, things that start with T. You can also search, and then you can set your own favorites out here. So why am I teaching you how to use help? Well, there's a problem. With VMware Workstation, when we choose this, we're opening these files in a local browser. This works on everybody. Internet Explorer 6 or later, Firefox 1 or later, Netscape 7 or later for all you Netscape users, Safari 1 or later, Opera 7.54, U2 or later. However, notice I didn't mention Chrome. You cannot use Google's Chrome browser with this because they have some issues about supporting JavaScript on local systems, and so Chrome won't work here. So if you're one of those people, you're just really excited about Google's Chrome, and that's the only browser that you're running, and if you've got it set as the default, notice Firefox opened up here because that is my default browser, then that's what you're going to get. If you're running just Chrome only, you're going to get an error and you're not going to be able to see it. And so that's just the reason I'm showing you a video on how to use help, just to get you past that little gotcha. So everything will work here except Chrome. And so just keep that in mind as you start to work with help here. Now keep in mind also, let me show you, online documentation is a great resource. If I click online documentation, it's going to take me out, and notice for this particular version, Workstation 8.0, I can see release notes for the various releases that come out. This is some great stuff, show you what's new, what's been changed, what's happening. I can also get to my documentation. I can see the online library, which looks strangely just exactly like, very similar at least, what I saw out there on the local, but this is going to have the absolute latest updates. And then I can get to some other information about OVF resources. Notice the debuggers, I talked about those in a separate video. You can get to some information on those. Notice 24 pages of information on using the Visual Studio Debugger, and I'll leave that to you mad scientist developer types. Lots of things going on out here. So you can get to that very easily, and again, I just did help and online documentation to get there. Then you can see all kind of hints. You can turn them on so they'll show them to you, or you can turn them off, and then you can get to support online community. We can click that. That'll take us basically out into the message boards, and notice there's 20,000 discussions right now on Workstation, and you can start to chase some other stuff down. So there's a lot of help available for you here in Workstation. So I just wanted you to take advantage of it and to kind of tip you off on that Chrome thing that they've got going on. So there's the skinny on getting help in Workstation.